Hey guys, it's Mika here, and I'm going to show you how to make paper. So this is what you're going to need. Pause it if you need to, and I'll explain why. So if you're going to want to start off with paper that you don't need anymore, and you're going to rip it up to shreds, and you're going to use a measuring cup. It doesn't have to be exact, but it's a really good way to ratio it out. So the ratio I'm using is a 1 cup of shredded paper to 2.5 cups of water. And I'm using the scissors. I ripped it up, but it was kind of hard, so. And in retrospect, I'll explain why I probably should have used a bit more pulp, but for a demo's sake, this would have to do. So I'm just cutting up an old high school piece of note that I had that I didn't really need anymore. So always make sure you don't need it anymore. And I knew for sure I wasn't gonna need it, so I just decided to cut it up and make it into a new piece of paper. And you're gonna want a blender to make pulp, but if you can't get your hands on a blender, that's fine. You're just gonna have to let your paper soak in paper and water soak for a good 12 hours, so overnight, because you want the water to break down all the paper you put in. So if you don't have a blender, that's cool. It's just gonna take a lot more time. Making paper is actually a really cool way to recycle your old paper, and you can also use it as a greeting card. You can press seeds into it. It's just a really cool way to personalize something. So as you can see, I'm getting my bowl and I'm putting that away because I'm not gonna need it, but I'm gonna put my paper and I'm gonna put my rough estimate or guesstimate measurement of 2 cups of water and just a half. I kind of scooped it in. So I would just leave it if I wasn't going to use a blender, and I just leave it there for a good overnight. But because just for time's sake, I am going to use a blender, and I'm just going to pour it in. So I'm just securing it, and I'm going to let it pulse for a good time. I don't want to main goal is to not see anything that looks like paper, so I don't want to see any word. And what we're doing is we're making pulp. It's kind of how our paper was made in the first place. We're just kind of just making it again. So as you can see, I'm preparing my frame. So I'm using an old picture frame I don't need anymore, but there's many different things you can use. You can use a canvas frame, another picture frame. You could just make a wood frame out of popsicle sticks. I'm just using that because it's easy and it's pretty small. And the tights, you definitely want to use a pair of tights you're not going to need anymore because you want to put it on your frame like a sock. So I had a pair of tights that had too many holes in them, so that's what I decided to use. And what's going to happen is tights are going to act as a way to siphon out the water that's left in our pulp. Because even the way we make recycled paper is we put the water in it to kind of erase everything, and then we want to take it out and dry it. So there I have my tray. It's like a baking tray, and I'm going to line it with just a rag to catch any of the water. And there's my tight, and I'm kind of just going to prop it on there because that's where I'm going to drop my pulp. You're also going to need a sponge and another rag to mop up as much water as you can. So there's my pulp mixture. Yummy, right? And I'm going to just kind of drop it in, and you're going to want to drop it in with just a bit more water to kind of clarify it and let it soak, and kind of just, it's me putting in the rest and kind of just stirring it up a bit, making sure that pretty much everything is just in there. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to siphon all the water out using a mesh strainer. Any type of strainer is good. You just make sure you ask permission before you go using it. It's easy to clean though. And you're pretty much trying to get a lot of the water out. As you can see, my blender didn't do its job properly, so there's kind of a bit of chunks left. But as you can also see, I'm kind of rotating the mesh strainer, and all the excess water is kind of coming out. So that what you see there is my pulp. As you can see, it's not as smooth as I want it to be. So my end product is going to be a little rough and tough. I probably should have blended it a bit more or let it soak a bit more, but just for the demo purpose, I'll work with that. And what you're also going to see is me trying to spread it into my mold, which kind of worked out. But at the same time, it also made me realize I probably didn't make enough pulp, because in order to get a nice square piece, I needed to make enough just to so it can fill the mold perfectly, the frame perfectly. Now, if you are going to make this, I recommend you do. I would just leave it. I'd probably make it a bit more liquidy, and I just leave it in the frame and let it dry over a couple of days. Let it dry naturally, sponging it occasionally. But because I was kind of in a hurry and I wanted to get the finished product faster, I'm kind of just sponging it off, and I'm just trying to like pretty much absorb as much water as possible. As you can see, I'm also not getting like the square shape I kind of wanted. So definitely take your time if you're gonna attempt this, and don't be afraid of like the soupy pulp mixture and putting it into your frame. But this is kind of the general way to get reusable paper, recycled paper. So you can see I kind of have a thing of parchment paper or something absorbent, and I'm kind of just like plopping it on there, and I'm pressing it down like really firmly because I'm trying to like pretty much soak up as much water as possible. And using that textbook you see, I'm gonna press it and I'm gonna dry it, but I'm making sure the parchment paper is able to act as like a barrier so I don't get my book wet. It'd probably come out a lot nicer. So I left it there for like a good day, just pressed, and then I left it out to dry. And what I ended up with is that. It's kind of hard, but it was still paper, and I'm pretty happy with how it ended up. I could definitely write on it, and I know if you kind of was a little more careful and you put a little more time into each step, including soaking the paper, but I'm actually really happy with how smooth it looked. I even liked the little chunks of writing left behind. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.